Modern technology has given students more options to accommodate their learning to their lifestyle. Sickles High School offers students the chance to sign out early or take extra classes via dual enrollment or Florida Virtual School. However, there are many misconceptions about virtual schooling. Self-pacing and motivations are two very important aspects of virtual schooling that many people often overlook. Students and parents alike need to take into consideration these aspects of FLVS and dual enrollment to determine if it's right for them.
It's a great way for students to do partial schedules where they might be here at school and then be able to do some of them at home. Some students work very well.
I knew I wasn't getting the grades I could with my teacher and the pace she wanted us to be at, so I took it online and I'm excelling way better than I would ever in that class. When I get home now, I have more time to do my other homework, and then at night I do my FLVS. So now I get my regular school homework done earlier as opposed to when I did when I had a 7th period.
When somebody is released an extra period early from school, you have to figure out transportation and that sort of thing. So it makes it a little more difficult in terms of coordinating with a family. I think from a social standpoint, it's nice to be in classes with other students. I think some of the learning process actually comes from the other students also. So maybe as an adjunct to instead of a replacement for.
I think Florida Virtual School is a perfect avenue for different students, especially students that may not want to be in a large public high school type atmosphere.
Being at home helps me so much with my schoolwork and the environment, because my environment, even my teacher admitted, during 7th period was not great. So I'm so much happier doing it at home. I thrive more in environments definitely quiet because I cannot focus when there's noise around me. There's definitely more quiet at home than there ever would be in a classroom. There's definitely some self-motivation required to do FLVS because otherwise you're just home and you wouldn't be doing your work.
A dual enrollment student needs to have an unweighted grade point average of a 3.0. So it has to be a good student. They also have to take an SAT, ACT, or a PERT test and score a certain score to do many of the classes that are offered through dual enrollment.
So if you have a child who's a self-starter, who's able to coordinate their schedule in terms of their workload, their activity load, then I think it's a great option.
I would say to anyone wanting to do an online class or in dual enrollment that you need to focus on yourself and your pace and know what you need to get done.
Just make sure that if your student's going to take an online course, that they are the type of student that can work on their own without a lot of distraction, and they are in communication with a teacher somewhere in the state. Well, if you're in Florida and it's a public university, they will use both dual enrollment and AP classes to give college credits. Schools that are out of state are a little more particular. They want AP, and it's just questionable as to what dual enrollment classes will be used at different universities out of state. So you have to be real careful depending on where it is you want to go. With dual enrollment and APs, the common misconception is that once they get to the college or university they're going to go to, that those exact classes will be exempt from them taking, and that couldn't be more non-true. So the misconception is when students go to the universities that those exact classes are what credits are given for, and that's not always true.
Online classes can be really beneficial for a student as long as they have the right transportation and motivation. Make sure that you talk to your parent, teachers, and guidance counselors before signing up for an online class. For The Legend, I'm Jocelyn Pritchard.